Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for more Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, that means the killer was around here somewhere. Oop. If we are to believe what you say is true, yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Alright, first things first, let's check out everywhere but the body. Is that Lennon? The in-fight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. I must remain ever vigilant. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to mistake for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. A piano? This grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive. What? That's not a piano! It's more like an overgrown music box. But its keys is depressed along with the music, as though there really is someone playing. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. No, I can't go. I was wondering. Attendant room. There it is. Your store leads to the flight attendant's room. But please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. The room is giving off the scent of a woman's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great. However, to me it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies beyond this door. Perhaps we should return to investigation, Mr. Edgeworth. I think this door is important, because this is where someone could hide. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. Booze! These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky. These clouds, they tell me nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds. Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. There are a few copies of the Sky magazine in the magazine rack. This month's special is this English trivia quiz. That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participant. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's ever heard of such a silly word like a participle? Case in point. Let's look at Lennon. What? Oh, who is this? This is a bronze statue of the... Bronze? This is a bronze statue of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo iFly. Okay. The one on the left is when he was in his 40s, and the other is him in his 80s. Did the man actually age in the span of 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. Alright, time for the actual body. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt. Aha! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I found some very important evidence. Footprints. What's the important piece of evidence? The footprints. Take that. What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree that they are a set of footprints. Heading to the shop. So you think? Yes, these belong to our killer. Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in the first class. I don't think that will be of any help here. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh, I see. Still, it says someone went over here. So I gotta get our clues here first before we can go in there. Time for the guy. What floor does this elevator service? Floors. Only the first and second, although... only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew key. So the only floors accessible to the passengers are the first and second floor, I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. First up, that thing. What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here? I fly ones. Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Mr. iFly. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment. But it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks's body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? Money! Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks's wallet at one point. There's the cell phone. No, that's. I guess that's more money. Okay. But this card here. Guess that's his credit card. Doesn't count for anything. Something's missing. I wonder what was hanging off of this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. If I could just put my finger on it. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight. So Mr. Hicks was really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for what that when there's a corpse right there. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. I see she's over the trembling now, although no symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks's head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. Time to do some connecting. Murder weapon. Blunt force trauma. Connect. A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Yes? What is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think it's worth investigating? It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting. Murder weapon. There we go. Let's take a look at it. You found this playing the in-flight shop, found out the crime scene with blood on it. Take a look. It says I Fly Airlines. You know, I've seen it occur a lot recently, and it's been bothering me greatly. Why does nobody know how to properly capitalize the space nouns anymore? What? Oh, play on iPhone and all that. Blood. There's some blood on one of the corners. Could this piggy bank be the murder weapon? That's gotta be it. Logic. Elevator. Where's the killer? Spilled grape juice. Broken glasses. Spilled wine and where was the killer? I think we can connect these, right? The pieces don't fit together quite right. Dang it! What could have broken the glasses is my question. Was this here a second ago? Let's take a look at this. No, I can't look at it. I can examine the chair. This toppled over chair is another victim of the turbulence. Ah, no! Look at all that grape juice staining the back. It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals? I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. We'll run into them later. They added the Pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe we should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. Might be a detail on the body I didn't catch. Go back to the body. Let's read that if we can, because I didn't know that was going to be new dialogue. Spilled grape juice in a pool at my feet. Unfortunately, the delightful scent of grapes is obscured by the unpleasant smell of the crime scene. This scent in the air is the same smell as the smell of my towels after they come out at my home dryer. I would never expected something like that by looking at you. I suppose everyone has something unpleasant about them. What was unpleasant about that? Just it smells like that to her? Examine. Do it again. Oh, his hand. Oh, his pocket too, okay. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead... Oh, no, you're there, right? Phone. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope you won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. He's got his lanyard too. Oh, we can deduce now. Alright, yeah, we can deduce about the lanyard. Let's take a look at the picture though. Can we do anything with it? No, we can only deduce. Alright, let's just do what deduce. Let's deduce. Deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Present. Eureka! Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone, Mr. Nero. Ah, so I guess because it's not here. Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Oh, it was a phone around his neck. Okay. The victim supposedly had one, but it has gone missing. Did the killer take it? Profiles. I didn't read these last time. Victim was seated by first class by like myself. Flight attendant charged with taking care of first class. From North European Republic of Burgonia. Says he's a wealthy art dealer. Time obsessed. Alright. I've got no ideas right now. Shoot. See if there's anything else I can see. Okay, we're done here. I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. Guess we're done here, so pull out. There's something I'm missing here. I don't know what that was the problem. I'm just checking this, I guess. Again. No, it's just the chair again. I'm at a loss here. What the hell am I gonna do? I have no idea. Shoot, I don't... Let's see if we can go this way. Alright, let's do some logicking, but I'm not sure. I don't think any of these are gonna work. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. Yeah, that's true. Nah, dang it. Nope, no connection there. Let's see, now, assuming they might be in the elevator with them, let's go back here and see if there's anything. No, nothing new. Nope. I don't know. Alright, read that again. Blown back because it's been caused. Repairs have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. You shouldn't link at all, but do it just cause. Nope, that doesn't link. Okay. There's only one other link, is the grape juice in the elevator. Oh, okay, whatever. Alright. I have it! I'm sorry, I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes, it's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? But if you take a look at the victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Yep, finally. Grape juice footsteps. Investigation complete. Heal up. There we go. What's going on over there? The other flight attendant? There she is. Yep. Unforgivable. This is unforgivable. You understand what I'm saying? The movie is late. Is it the same level of bad as the plane arrived late? But the movie? What? I will not talk to you anymore. You're wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit now down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! You're saying to my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself! Get water in me. I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks into the elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that, in the lounge here. In the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at that time, must be the criminal. 6 and 12, the only other thing would be like 12:30. Whoa, no. His watch could be upside down. Argonian time? We'll see if that means anything. Mrs. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So my eyewitness testimony, if you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hey, do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. Dude is pierced. What I saw. Someone could have been in the elevator the whole time. Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course I saw what was inside. And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go. Was he really alone? Of course! I won't bet even 1 cent! A cheap ante for a cheap testimony. But if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent. want to see something. 12 and 6. Oh, so we're at this time. We're at this time. Forget it, this can fit then. I thought we were at this time. So at this point, there were drinks, there's a movie, meals coming up, because breakfast. Okay, alright. So there's no lunch, there's just breakfast and dinner, huh? No, this would be 2 a.m. then. Meals at 2 a.m.? That can't be right. So it's gotta be 2 p.m., 8 p.m., or 7 p.m., 4 a.m.? Geez, early breakfast. Drinks at 10. Drinks at 10. Drinks at 5. Drinks at 10. Movie at 6. Yeah, he was complaining about a movie, but it ain't time for a movie. This is the PM. We're in the AM, so what the hell? Still doesn't explain anything about the clock, though, so let's press. I assume pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking? Is that correct? Oh, you noticed. It's a very expensive antique, I will have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony. Ha! What a cheap man you are. Now return the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock. Because the other one would be 12 or 12:30. Let me check what 12:30 would be. $12:30 would be here. 12:30 would be here. It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15. That's when I found the two of them as well. You see? It all matches my testimony. Yeah. That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of. No. Your silly opinion is what is mistaken. Please calm down, both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. I spy a little hole in his words. As you wish, Mrs. LeBlanc, I will now show you proof of my innocence. Let's go ahead and press this one, because we know it wasn't only one person. Is there anything in here that would prove that? Let's try this one. There it is. Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and? We admit you also spilled it with your blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that led from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Oh! There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Ah! Can you please translate for us? Holy crap! Hello! Damn, I knew that was coming, but damn! Woo! Like you're shooting Valley Girl. No way. That's totally impossible. Because that's what he said. No way, that is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw it with my own eyes. Do you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc? Please, just once more. Will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? Nah. Round 2. What I saw, part 2. I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed by me. I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one else inside. No one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? Dare you too have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? Ah, no, not at all. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. That face, Jesus. So, are you still upset now? I'm always upset. The only time I'm not is when I have a piece of art in my hands. It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. But I was even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me. Did he touch his art? Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time and money. You understand the point? There it is! 12 hours off. Movie? So this guy's been in the elevator for 12 hours? He's been dead for 12 hours? Okay. Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? There's the clue! A summary of the plot and the start time. Interesting. Yeah, I was right. AM and PM got mixed. Okay. They're supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. You don't see that movie in my country. You can only see it in international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. Even set my pocket watch to destination time when I came aboard. So my watch is not wrong, it matched the schedule. But the movie was so late, very, very late. Your pocket watch? I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. The movie I wanted to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times. So this movie you mentioned, is it the one listed in the Sky magazine? Yes! I was so looking forward to watching License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. Miss Tenero, was the movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't that it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense! You doubt me? Can you stop doing the con show at me? It's very threatening. No! Stop pointing at me like that. Funny I said that. Odd. How did he miss a movie that was so clearly hoping to see? I checked my pocket watch a great number of times. That much I know for sure. You're sure about what you just testified, Mr. LeBlanc? Yes, of course. I'm a very busy man. I'm immediately busy when I land. I have many places to go and no time to waste adjusting my pocket watch. I see. That was a very valuable statement you just made. Huh. Flattery all you want, but you will not get 1 cent out of me. That's alright. All it requires this piece of testimony. Since you only happened to see him, it's possible that you missed something in that glance. Even if I only happened, I did not miss a thing. And how can you be so sure? Just because. I would appreciate it if you didn't take my life so lightly with a simple just because. Huh. But then I was only making a joke. I saw Mr. Hicks, alright? I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. Okay, let's say... So the AMP mirror that. Let's say his watch is just slow. Very slow. So, is it possible that someone was hiding inside? What? You dare insult me? I have belief in my eyesight. I look for art to sell. I am told often I have great sight for the arts. I think the phrase you were looking for was great sense. Although that's debatable. But isn't it possible someone was just outside of your line of sight? You're persistent, I tell you. I looked clearly. Why do you insist that you are absolutely not mistaken? Because when I say I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong. Mr. LeBlanc, if I may, I think beyond misconceptions and mistakes lies the truth. Funny, that suspiciously mirrors something I told her only a little while ago. I honestly don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying. I don't think he's lying either. But I think he might be mistaken about something. Mistaken? Yes, and I'm going to correct his mistaken recollection with evidence. And this professional attendant shall witness the prowess of a professional prosecutor. Are you hitting on me? Okay, let's see here. Present time! Ah, wrong spot! Alright, fix it up. Actually, I should have read all that, huh? Yeah, my bad. Try again. Put it here. Got it right this time. Right. Does he do that in the anime? I'm curious if he does that in the anime. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came aboard. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is worth its 6 cents. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks in this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time. Oh, he went with the rival, we won't... Okay. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. So he's off by a couple hours. Okay. Mr. Nero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is the flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at the transfer point. That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Jiangfa. That'd be important at some point. Not for this case, maybe, but others. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now, we are still running on Bargonian time. What? The time difference between Bargonia and our destination is 9 hours. Ooh! So he saw him at 3. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. What? Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony, and you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior to 3 a.m. My 1,000,000 cents! Why are we betting 1,000,000 cents? They should clear up all of the remaining accusations. She's sleepy because she murdered him at 3 a.m., so she didn't get any sleep. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of the death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing? He was at the shop. I've got something to say. And you are? Yeah, oh? And we'll stop right there! We'll stop right there for no particular reason. Now we're at time, so there we go. Next time will be this lady, who's actually the killer. I don't want her to be the killer, but she's gonna be the killer. So that right there is the game for now. I have fun, hope you have fun watching. That's what's all bad, isn't it? I caught him! Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.